Good evening and thanks for joining us for NBC 16 News at 5. I'm Gold Meadows. Lane County Board of Commissioners District 3 and 4 seats are up for grabs next week. In District 3, incumbent Laurie Trieger faces newcomer Grace Widdicombe, and both are leaning on their backgrounds as driving factors in their campaigns. Incumbent Laurie Trieger and challenger Grace Widdicombe are days away from learning who will take the seat in District 3 for the next 4 years. Trieger began working in the community in nonprofits almost 40 years ago, focusing on healthy communities and economic justice. It's work that brought her up close with county government, eventually leading to becoming commissioner in 2020 at the onset of the pandemic.
Working to ensure that our community recovered and left no one behind in that recovery. I have been rooted in the district, and ever since becoming a commissioner, even more connected, showing up, listening, paying attention, and I think I very well represent the needs and interests and concerns of this district.
Issues including homelessness, addiction treatment, and protecting the environment. She aims to target more causes through a future term.
Protecting and preserving good democratic processes while we address basic human needs and reduce disparities. We have incredible income disparity and an enormous opportunity gap.
Since 2010, Widdicombe's Grateful Nuts Homes has bought houses and housing units to flip them to sell or for rent. It's beefed up her skills with housing development, and she says her goal is to make housing available to all and to empower landowners to develop their property.
Governor Tom McCall made Oregon basically a sanctuary state for the environment, for the lands. These special interest groups are putting lots of money and pressure on decision makers, such as county commissioners, to keep people from building on their own private lands in Lane County that are outside of city limits.
Widdicombe says she threw her name in the race after a friend and several other residents along a floodway faced off with the county regarding building on their property.
If I'm elected next week, then I am one vote that will be for housing. I did not decide to run until like weeks before the date you had to make your proclamation. Like I had just been thrown in, please save us kind of thing.
Meanwhile, Trieger says it's a land use issue rather than special interests that stops building in the county's floodways. She says she's never voted against housing, but has agreed with not building in environmentally sensitive areas. Now, Trieger is the first woman to hold the District 3 commissioner seat on the board. Her term expires in January.